Welcome back to Frogboy X1 Gaming. I'm Andrew, and today we're talking about the newest narrative that the PlayStation fanboys have come up with. So, this is interesting. If you're new here, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, and let's get into this. I have been in a Twitter battle for most of the day over the new narrative that these fanboys have come up with. They say that Xbox paid for priority for the chips. Uh-oh. They say that Xbox has unfairly paid for all the priority of all the chips. So that's why Xbox is outselling PlayStation 5 because PlayStation 5 can't make any PlayStations right now. And I tell them, I'm like, well, dude, I mean, maybe if they would have spent that money that they've been using to keep games on off Xbox so that they could build more consoles, then maybe we wouldn't be in this position. That made them pretty mad. So I was like, "Ooh, gosh, man, yeah, dude, I stirred the Peggies up on Twitter today, pretty freaking good, man." Hope I was. You guys are funny, man. It's hilarious, dude. It never stops. It's always like a continuation of the goalpost moving. I mean, even if Xbox did pay for all the chip capacity, bravo, man. There's definitely more people out there. I would look at that as doing them a favor, man. Like, hey, yeah, dude, get an Xbox so they don't bleed your freaking pockets dry with all these $10 upgrade fees. But we all know the real reason why PlayStation hasn't had any new consoles out, and that's because the checkered bird population was almost wiped out during COVID. Okay, guys, like it's bad. You know, they're trying to get them checkerbirds rehabilitated and out there making more checkerbirds, but yeah, dude, it's just not happening for them right now. I don't know, man. I'm not really against PlayStation. I just think it's kind of funny that these fanboys, the PlayStation fanboys, they're so freaking bad. They're so ignorant. They're so mean. They if when they start losing their little narrative battle, then they jump straight to personal insults and stuff. And it's like, come on, guys, like grow up. Chip priority is nothing now. Yeah, I mean, even if Xbox did pay for all that chip priority, I mean, does it really matter? I mean, seriously, man, if PlayStation wanted more chip priority, maybe they should have focused putting money into buying more chips instead of paying for games like Babylon's Fall to not be on Xbox. I mean, that was kind of dumb, dude. Babylon's Fall is going to suffer and fail now that it wasn't able to be on there. Also, Frog, I sent, yeah, I did the Battle Mage one. Yeah, I've tried that game before on a console, I believe. Oh, Sony could have paid for priority. They would have. Oh yeah, dude, they don't have any money. Yeah, exactly. They spent $1 billion on Epic, and they could have bought more chips for their little ponies, for my little ponies to have little PlayStations. But they didn't do that. They thought that, hey man, let's just get Epic. Let's do that. Let's pay for some. Let's make sure Babylon's Fall remains exclusive to PlayStation. Let's get that Forspoken onto PlayStation, man. Like, dude, all these games that they keep paying to keep off of Xbox, it doesn't make any sense to me. Like, why? Like, seriously, if they've got all the best developers out there, why do they need to pay for third party games to not come to Xbox? Like, I don't get that. Like, it's never made any sense to me. I feel like with what I have seen so far, Starfield's going to really hurt. I think there's a lot of stuff that Xbox has in the works that's really going to hurt PlayStation, because I think people are starting to really understand, and they're starting to wake up that, yeah, PlayStation first party games are pretty decent. They're pretty good. But I mean, they're not so much better than than what Xbox has, that like the Xbox isn't a viable platform. Sony just gets the good ones. Well, they used to pay for a lot of timed exclusives. I don't really necessarily see them doing that much anymore. I know that both companies are starting to help people, to help developers get across the finish line. So they are doing like timed exclusive that way. I mean, as you can see from the the Odd World, they weren't pleased with the PlayStation fanboys, how cheap they are. They're all like, "Oh yeah, man, well I'll download that." I was like, "Dang, man, Redfall as well." What has Xbox got timed exclusive deals for? Yeah, exactly. I mean, what are they getting? I mean, Scorn. I don't know. Scorn is I didn't get the $10. I didn't get $10. Oh, yeah, I don't. I mean, they had the medium, but I don't know if they paid for the medium to be whatchamacallit. I don't know, man. It's just PlayStation's out there buying a whole bunch of them, man, paying a whole bunch of them off. 100% on point about Microsoft acquiring chip priority. I work for Best Buy, and we have been getting a regular stock of Series X to sell in store. Not so much of the PS5. Nice. Well, sucks to be PlayStation. PlayStation had a whole bunch of stock at the beginning of the generation, and then they sold through all that, and now they're back to trying to make them. And I guess they didn't. I guess they didn't order their chips like they were supposed to. Falconeer, Medium Ascent, Death's Door, Stalker, plenty more. I don't think any of those were. I don't think Microsoft paid for exclusivity for any of those. Timed exclusives are not. Yeah, dude. What were they timed exclusive for? Like 6 months? 6 months, maybe. I mean, PlayStation wants to keep things off your Xbox for up to 2 years, man. Yeah, buy our dumbed down version. Buy a. They're like, yeah, man, you guys need Godfall on your PlayStation 5. We want $70 for 4K 30. And then they put it on Xbox, and it's like, oh my gosh, dude, you can get 4K 60 on Xbox. Woo, dang, man. It's like they force people to buy that game on their PlayStation when somebody could have bought that on Xbox and had a way better experience out of the gate with that game with launch. Dude, like I was so irritated with that game at launch that that I really didn't play it. And now that I've played it, and now that it's on Xbox, man, I'm enjoying it a lot more because now I get 4K 60. Let's see. PlayStation can't offer me anything worthwhile right now, though. I don't care. I've seen the Redfall leaks. The town of Redfall looks cool. Once Xbox get out of honoring timed exclusive, things should get a bit better. Yeah, hopefully, man. Dude, what does PlayStation got for the rest of the year? What, God of War and Forspoken possibly? We get freaking Deathloop on Xbox, a better version of Deathloop on Xbox, when it has 0 games, features, or specs. I don't know, man. I don't know, Ryan. If you ask Dreamcast guy, he believes that VRR is gonna impact the visuals on the PlayStation 5. I was like, really, dude? I was like, I didn't know VRR makes the games look better. I mean, that's news to me. I've had VRR for since the beginning of my freaking Xbox launch, dude. I don't remember the visuals looking any better when you're flicking VRR on, dude. Like I don't know, man. That's just that was so funny, man. I ended up skipping Horizon Forbidden West for Elden Ring. Best choice. Oh yeah, you made a solid decision by skipping that. Like you would have been so disappointed, man. Exclusives are 100% subjective. I enjoy Forza series. Both Horizon and Motorsport are longer than any of the Sony first party game. Yeah. I'm just saying both companies do the same thing. Microsoft just I don't necessarily think Microsoft's pursuing that as hard as the PlayStation fanboys think they are, man. Like I don't think they're doing that, Shaq. I finally get Elden Ring 2 weeks. Nice, Blitz, nice. Elden Ring is easy. Elden Ring is definitely a lot less challenging than like previous Souls games. That is for sure. Gosh dang, man, what is up with my vape tonight? I'm gonna have to just put that thing away. I'm a Horizon fan, but I'm a bigger Souls fan. Yeah. Patience is key in Elden Ring. Microsoft should buy From Software. I don't think any of them should buy From Software. From Software games should be on multi-platform. Benji Sell said today on his podcast, Forza Motorsport will be this November. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that one's coming out this year. I'm pretty sure it's coming out this year. It would be extremely hard for Microsoft to acquire From Software, considering it's a Japanese company. Yeah. VR is a niche genre. Not going to change anything for PlayStation. No, not even a little bit. Yeah, I love that setup, Chris. That looks pretty cool, man. I am pretty jelly about it. Um, I would love to buy something like that. That is pretty nice, man. Only Xbox has next gen games: Scorn, Stalker 2, Redfall, Starfield, Warhammer this year. Yeah, I mean PlayStation, everything the PlayStation. Well, I don't know, man. If PlayStation gets that what was that game called again? Forspoken. If that game ever materializes and comes out, it was supposed to come out what next month. Now it's gotten pushed to October. That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to crowd Starfield now with God of War and with Forspoken, and it's like, dude, nobody cares about Forspoken. It looked cool when you guys first showed it off, but everything I've seen on it since, I'm just like, I don't really care about it anymore. Like I don't really care about it anymore. I mean, it looked cool at first when they first showed it off, but the more I see of that game, the less excited I get about it. Hillary gives you tools to make the game easier, like spirit summons and things like that, but you don't have to use them if you don't want to. Frog, did you hear about the new PlayStation banner including Death Stranding? I did see that. Yes, I did see that. Um, yeah, that I mean that's a possibility. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me in the slightest. You know, if they did acquire Konami project or Kojima Productions, that wouldn't surprise me. I'm sorry if that was sort of. It would be funny since they've been working on an Xbox game for a while. Yeah, I think Kojima is still planning to make an Xbox game, but yeah, they might acquire him. I mean, even if they acquire him, they would still have to if there's a contract, Kojima would still have to honor that contract. Kojima Productions would be a good get for Sony, but I don't care about Death Stranding or Metal Gear. Never could. Forspoken is multiplat and kitty game, anyways. Yeah, Forspoken is multiplat, but it's going to be 2 years before Xbox people get it. But then we'll get it and it'll be fixed and it'll be $30, so it'll be fine. Metal Gear 4 was amazing. End of 2022 looks like Scorn, Redfall. That just kind of sucks too because that game Forspoken is going to hit PlayStation and it's going to flop. Nobody's going to buy it because that's just the way PlayStation gamers are. They don't buy the games; they wait for them to go on sale so they can play old games. That's so bad too, man. They're like, oh man, all right. I guess if you're gonna throw it in with the PlayStation, I'll take it, dude. Because seriously, man, I get so sick and tired of hearing that, like, oh yeah, PlayStation sold 20 million games, and it's like, dude, they package those games in with new PlayStations. Like, you don't have a choice. Like, you get that game with a PlayStation, so it it doesn't matter. I mean, like they package those in, they sell them for $20 after a few months, like whatever, man. Like they don't sell them full price or anything, and then they want, and then these fanboys want to have the nerves coming out saying, "Oh man, uh, Halo Infinite's only $20 now," and it's like, I don't care, man. I paid my $60 for that game at launch, and I enjoyed it. Metal Gear 4 was amazing. End of 2022 looks like Scored, Redfall, Hogwarts, Call of Duty 20. I know, dude. We're gonna get some freaking amazing games, some amazing games at the end of this year, man, and all the PlayStation guys are going to be like, "It's okay, man. We got God of War and Forspoken." I mean, I'm definitely going to buy and play God of War, but I mean, when it comes to Forspoken, man, I don't care about that game anymore. I was interested in it first, but the more they show of that game, like I just don't care anymore. I don't care about it. It doesn't look appealing to me anymore. Starfield will crush anything and everything around its release date. Oh yeah, I think it's going to. I think Starfield is going to be pretty big. I mean, we'll find out, dude. I'll put a video out on Series S and we'll see how many views. No, I'm just spoken as a game I care about less and less the more I see it. Yeah, it would be funny seeing how they handle the Xbox game with how Xbox honored the Bethesda deals. They would still do it. I don't think Sony would try to. I don't think Sony would try to renege on something like that, especially if there's already a deal inked. If they did that, then it would just create precedent for Xbox to pull Activision games immediately. Came up with some BS narrative. Oh yeah, dude, they do it all the time, man. I had one of them little fanboys in my comment section, trying to tell me I needed to quit my channel and stuff. And I'm like, you know what, dude? Why would I quit my channel over like your opinion? Like you are like, yeah, like I appreciate your feedback, of course, but I mean, like, why would I quit my channel over what you think I should do? Like, that's just dumb, dude. Hip hop walk. I don't know what you're talking about. Think about these PS timed exclusives this way. They pay $70 to beta test the games for us so we can get the full experience on Game Pass later on, or for $30, all fixed up and full of content, dude. Dude, we get everything that come out with freaking Godfall, man. I paid over $100 for my Godfall on PlayStation 5 experience, and I get 30 frames a second. I'm like, really, dude? I get 30 frames a second on the PlayStation 5 that's so good with the SSD was supposed to make the visuals better. And if you're Dreamcast guy, the VRR is gonna make the visuals better. I'm like, really, dude? Listening to him, he's like, well, I consider VRR a graphical upgrade. I'm like, how is that a graphical upgrade, dude? Like, I don't get, like, am I missing something, guys? Does VRR make the visuals better? Like, I'm missing something because, like, I don't know, man. Oh, maybe it does because every time I'm playing Elden Ring without the dude, VRR does not make the visuals look any better. It just makes the frame look more stable. Yeah. GOG was a good game, but not worth $60. It was way too short for that. Oh, Guardians of the Galaxy? Oh, it's a long story. I'll leave a link. Starfield will be huge. Yeah, I think so. What's up, King Ken? How you doing, my friend? Peasant Station. What? Peasant Station doesn't even have VRR. They're supposed to be getting it. Dreamcast. Yeah, that was pretty funny, man, to hear Dreamcast guys saying that today. I was like, oh gosh, man, here comes another Griffin Gaming. Griffin's got something to talk about today. By the way, Andrews, in that thing, you have your will to run on PS5. Did you update the software using PC first? Yeah, I did. That was the first thing I did after it didn't work the first time. Then I plugged it in and I updated it, and it's still not working. If I had a PlayStation will, it would work with my Xbox. Who's gonna stop me? What? Xbox, yeah. Xbox has had VRR since Xbox One X, I believe. PlayStation 5 with 120. No, dude. I checked that PlayStation version of Godfall the other day. Yep, still no 120 hertz. No 120 hertz support. Maybe we'll get it when they bring out VRR. I'm like, if they can't even do Checkerbird 1800 with VRR, I don't know, man. Only 4 hours left. I'm off. Nice. PC gamer, and I'm very happy with that. I have no complaints. When the most next gen the PS5 has is the controller. That says a lot about the console itself. Yeah. Hi, doggy. Oh, it's already dinner time. Okay.
What you wanted.
That's fun.
Did you want this too?
Yeah, maybe for the Ray.
Okay, come on, Patty.
Sorry, guys. I was supposed to eat earlier, but didn't work. Just downloaded a set of Course of Competizione on Series X because of your enthusiasm for the game. Like it. Like you. I'm a big racing fan. Nice. Yeah. So, do you have a wheel set up, Michael? I'm going to have to give you some settings for the controller if you don't. Let me pull those up. A man of culture with chopsticks. Yes, I like chopsticks. Well, my TV's way out of proportion right now. Okay, I gotta give Michael some freaking settings on this game if he hasn't if he's using a controller. Okay, I gotta give you some settings, bro. You're not gonna be able to drive well. Now you can play around with these a little bit, but I mean this is the best that I've found to make it a solid experience. I'm appropriating your culture. I'm taking it, man. I like my sticks. Okay, so Michael, do you already have it downloaded? Let me make sure this is right. I got to make sure this is right. General Taos. Oh, General. So, I don't know. Oh, no, not this. This is Costco. I'm going to make sure this setting is nice. Gosh, this game looks so freaking clean at 4K. Oh, dang. I crashed. Okay, let me just restart that. Oh, Sony thinks it's bad news. Just wait for the Xbox streaming stick. I know, huh? Okay, I need a little bit of sound so I can hear my brakes. What's up, Get Good? I think this is a GT4 car that I'm driving right now. Yeah, GT4. Gosh, this game is so beautiful. Okay. Yeah, these are the right settings. Okay, Michael, you got it downloaded. All right, it's downloaded. Okay, so go into your controller. Go into your controller settings. You're going to want 100 for vibration intensity, dead zone 0, speed sensitivity 100, steer filter at 65, steer speed at 100, and then steer gamma 3.0, and then steer assist disabled. I'll leave that up just for a minute. Tunic is a timed exclusive. Hey, Sebastian, how's it going, man? Hey, I just bought Elix 2. Nice. Yeah, I like Elix 2. If you like the first one, you like it. Now, Michael, when you're steering, you're going to want to push up. You're going to want to hold this up at all times and then rotate from side to side when you steer on this game, and like really fine movement. That's why I said you can kind of adjust that. I would, if you're going to adjust it, I would start with the steer filter and then play with that, and then do the other things. But This game actually feels a lot better. I've adopted that style a while. Okay, good. Then you're solid. You're gonna really need that for this game. Now you can put really good laps down, but I highly recommend getting a wheel for this game. Highly recommend it. These are plastic ones. Yeah, you'll definitely, once you get it, Michael, it'll change your freaking life when it comes to racing games. Ask Chris. He got a direct drive. Direct drive is supposed to be pretty good. Huh. Don't you find it funny when you buy groceries, you're not allowed to use a plastic bag, yet they sell you giant plastic bags? Quantum stories keep getting wilder. Oh, what, you guys talking about Quantum TV? Dude, I tried to give that guy advice. I told him just stop, man. These guys will eat you alive. Project Cars? Yeah, I like Project Cars, Andy. I like 1 and 2. 3 just feels like feels too arcadey. They made it too arcadey. Oh yeah, they're trying to tell people not to change it. Also, I'm enjoying. Yeah, Grid's pretty fun, dude. Assetto Corsa is gonna change the way you feel about racing games. I've never felt anything handle as good as Assetto Corsa does, especially through the controller. When you hit the brakes and you can feel like the pulse of your anti-lock brakes. Oh man. And yes, that's on an Xbox controller. Yeah, I've tried to stay out of the whole quantum thing, guys, just because it's like, no, I don't remember a Microsoft racing wheel. Oh, you mean like from like back in the day? Like they're what Assetto? Oh yeah, dude, Assetto Corsa is the #1 racing sim on consoles and PC. Well, there's more competition on PC. Yeah, Project Cars 3 kind of alienated their base, though, Andy. Everybody switched over to Automodelista 2 or something. Oh, my PC is no longer available. How is my name offensive to you guys? No. It's kind of funny, man. I was thinking about doing a Getting Good series. Everybody knows that there's no safety pins at this freaking Everybody knows this isn't a safety pin chat. Yeah, I think F1's pretty good. Here's my thoughts on racing games, guys. I think all racing games are good for reproof, are good for training yourself and getting better. If I like Assetto, I will download it for my PC, whichever will I decide to get will work on both console and PC. Yep, you're right. I'll tell you right now, Michael. Did you buy all the DLC with it? You're gonna want the DLC. You're gonna want those tracks. Yeah, play it, and see if you can get used to it. But you're gonna want those tracks, dude. You're gonna want Kiliami. You're gonna want freaking. You're definitely gonna want Mount Panorama. PS5 worldwide, since Sony has to supply the rest of the world, they can't sell everything in the US. A racing night? Yeah, we could do like a racing night. Well, at least I hope we can do a racing night, man. I would love to do that. Elden Ring is too hard. Dude, I just can't believe like people are like, oh my gosh, it's too hard, and then they just come out and they're like so freaking relentlessly like negative about it being too hard, begging for an easy mode. And I'm like, dude, if you want an easy mode, man, go play a Sony game, bro. Everything is an easy mode. It's Returnal Thursday. I know, just return it to Returnal. They're like, don't worry, guys. We're gonna get more sales once we put it on freaking our PS Now plus whatever, blah blah blah. I mean, don't get me wrong, man. Like, I don't think Souls games need to lower their difficulty. I think people just need to sit back and understand that you're not gonna just be able to rush right through this unless you know what you're doing. You know what I mean? Like, there's people that do speed runs on those games in like 14 minutes, but it's like, dude, you're not going to be able to just rush through this game. You're going to have to like figure things out. You're going to have to learn some stuff, and that's cool. That's fine. That's not a big deal. If you have to learn some stuff, oh well, man. All these other games, don't be mad at don't be mad at Elden Ring for being hard. Be mad at everybody else for making you play easy games. Yeah, it's definitely a fair game. Once you figure it out, dude, there's everything in that game you can find and make your game way easier. Just go to every place overpowered. You are just a maidenless run who has never touched any grass. Have they fixed? Yeah, they. Well, I don't know if they fixed it. I don't think it was ever really broken. You mean did they fix the microtransaction stuff? I believe they did. They doubled the. They gave me $1 million and they doubled the earnings for all the later game stuff. So. See, I don't get that mad at Elden Ring because I love exploring. I love exploring open worlds, man. I like the challenge that it gives me. Like, but then again, I don't sit and play it every single day. Like, oh my gosh, I got to beat it right now because there's about 5 bosses in Elden Ring that were completely OP. But then when you learn their moveset, it's pretty fair. Where you got information from about Xbox only sell in America. I saw Xbox in China and all over the world. Xbox sells everywhere too. Xbox literally just made it so Brazil could do online gaming too, or what's it called? Online cloud gaming. Buying a game with no DLC and any microtransactions. Yeah, exactly. Them games used to be hard, man. I was playing Castlevania the other night. I was doing some Castlevania Symphony of the Night, man, and I died, and it like makes you start the game. You have to, I mean, like you go back to your save spot or whatever, but it's like game over, all dramatically and stuff, and I'm like, oh my gosh. Stream playing Elden Ring. To help them to get mad at the chat. Well, yeah, I mean, when we're streaming it, we don't want people telling us what to do. The whole point of that's why I don't stream a lot of Elden Ring, man, because I don't want people to constantly tell me like, oh yeah, do this and do that and do this, because it's just too distracting. And I want to be able to know and understand what I'm doing, and I'll find stuff on my own when I play that game. There's not many games that I do that, Sebastian. There's not many games, but Elden Ring is one of those that I like. I really like that game. Games for now, we're catching them. Germany, thank you for. Oh, no problem, man. The West was not capable of making high quality RPGs when they are concerned with selling DLCs or microtransactions. That's why Elden Ring will occupy that space. Elden Ring occupies every space right now. Elden Ring is by far, in my opinion, I know there's other people out there that are like, oh, it's not going to be that, but to me, that game is freaking great. Fading away, 68 to 70. If Lion Jim Ryan keeps going, Xbox will catch the PS5. And oh yeah, dude, Lion Jim Ryan, man. But it's inevitable. People will always try to help you. You know what I mean? I know that's exactly why I don't stream it a lot, because I want to just be able. And if I do stream it, it's just me running around doing just stuff that doesn't even matter. Greetings, primetime player. How's it going, man? I need to get back into Elden Ring. Problem is WWE 2022 is so addictive and good. I'm thinking about getting that. If they don't approve it soon, then I probably will just pick it up. I don't know. I kind of feel like my time for clicks is come and gone though. I feel like my time for clicks on that game has already come and gone. And I got to watch my money, man. I can't just be buying weird stuff all the time. Have to get the clicks, man. You know that. I need the clicks. When did that Xbox paid for chip priority thing come from? I don't know, man. I think somebody wrote a story on it, like one of them PlayStation fanboy channel or news outlets wrote a story on it, and now everybody's running with it. It's just what they do, man. They had to figure out a reason why Xbox is outselling PlayStation, and that's the best they could come up with, man. That's kind of what I think. I don't think there's really much truth to it, and if it is, all the more power to them, man. Why PlayStation's out there paying to keep games off Xbox? Xbox is out there paying to make consoles. So I mean, that's yeah, that sucks. Sucks to be PlayStation if that's the case, man. Maybe they should have spent their money on making new PlayStations. CRPG over JRPG. I do like some JRPG now, like mostly the stuff that's coming from Bandai Namco. I've been pretty happy with, man. The stuff that's coming from Square Enix, man, I'm like, what is this stuff, man? It was a Witcher 3, and how long ago was it released? Witcher 3, what, 2014 or 2015? Get WW or 2K22 and then make a session plan with the chat or gang up and beat some pony. It's pretty popular though, Frog. Even Greg Miller has started his own WWE 2022 channel. It's hilarious. They're making Alana Pierce. She's their female champion. Xbox definitely is having an easier time with the stock, that's for sure. Makes me feel like an idiot for buying a Series X bundle and not just waiting until now. I know, huh? Oh, it makes me happy though, because, heaven forbid something happens to my Xbox, I would need to get a replacement really quick because mine's out of warranty. Since SmackDown versus Raw. Dang, that's a long time. Really like Japanese games growing up, but I feel like that's exactly how I feel. I used to like Japanese games growing up, but I kind of do feel like they're stuck in the past. All the big wide open levels with no level detail, everything looks like a PlayStation 2 game still. It really is pretty sad, man. It really is pretty sad. They're like, oh yeah, we'll just keep making the same stuff. And it's like, no, dude, people want better looking visuals now, dude. I mean, like Stranger of Paradise looks like a freaking PlayStation 3 game, dude. Like it seriously does. I mean, the characters look like PlayStation 4 characters, but then again, the game plays on PlayStation 4. Like, what more could you expect? And then they use that ugly checkerboard rendering on it. I just don't know what to think anymore, man. I don't mind. I really don't mind checkerboard rendering, but when it looks all fuzzy like that, like I don't like that. I don't like that ugly fuzzy look. I just don't like it. It automatically makes me think the game is cheap. That's why I played Horizon Forbidden West in 4K, man. There was no way I could do that over fuzzy. I couldn't do that fuzzy. It's so fuzzy, I'm gonna die. Ooh, dang. You should probably check out Tales of Arise, Sev. I thought Tales of Arise was freaking great. Problem was the union of Squaresoft and Enix ending the competition in this yeah. I've just stopped buying Sony games and trying to justify it each. Yeah. There is no way to justify $70 for PlayStation 4 games. It really doesn't. The Blight looked pretty bad at 60 FPS on Horizon. It didn't look like real dust. Oh yeah, dude, everything just looked freaking terrible on it, man. I was so like, oh, everything just in that freaking performance mode, man. It was so bad at launch. I mean, it is getting a little bit better, but it was so bad at launch that I just don't know, man. It's a completely ruined experience in the 60 FPS mode, dude. You just can't play that. The only time that game looks good in the 60 FPS mode is at nighttime. If you want to play at nighttime at 60 FPS, then it's all right. But anywhere in the desert area or all the yellow weeds, the yellow vegetation, all of that stuff, man, that just looks terrible. Enix were the only two people making JRPG games. Not there's no reason for $70 games. I don't think they should be $70. I think that $70 put a wall up for them. Honestly, I do. I think it put it affected people subconsciously that and then you got like these dumb fanboys are like, well, who wants to rent their games? I'm like, dude, I grew up in the freaking 90s, bro. Like, yeah, that's how we played our games, man. If we wanted games, because we couldn't afford the $100 games when we were younger. We had to go to Blockbuster and we had to get like the pass that we could like keep one or two out at a time and then take them back. So that was pretty pretty hardcore. Square Enix used to be a completely different company, dude. Now I think they're too far under the influence of PlayStation to drive. They're too far under the the Japanese side is way too far under the PlayStation influence to drive, man. And friends shouldn't let friends drive drunk. Oh man. I'm just not as freaking please, Blockbuster got rich off me. I know, man. Dude, I rented so many freaking Super Nintendo games, man. That's how we had to play them, man. Dude, when I was 12 years old when I got my Super Nintendo, man, I literally had to deliver papers to get the money to buy that. The only game I could buy with that was Bill's Lambert's Combat Basketball or something, some stupid game. It was like $20, $29 at the KB shop or KB Toy Store in the mall when I bought it. And Yeah, dude, that was all I could buy with that. So I literally had to rent my games, man. And they, I mean, you got Mario with it, Mario World, but dude, I played Mario World for so long, dude. He used to be expensive. Oh yeah, they were. Like you'd literally have to buy that pass or whatever, like a monthly pass or something. I think we had some game packages where there's no actual disc in it as well. Yeah, there are a few games that actually just have a code. Unreal Engine 5 games next year. That new engine looks stunning. Um, Possibly next year. I think I think realistically, I bet Coalition could get another Gears game out on Unreal Engine 5 by the end of next year. I think they could possibly do that. Unreal, and the reason why I say Coalition is because they have a ton of experience with Unreal Engine. So I think that if anything, they could possibly do it because another Unreal or another what's it called? Another, oh my goodness, Gears of War game is probably a lot closer than we think. Dragon's Quest title has that first actual JRPG game that was released on Famicom called Yuji Horii. Maybe. Game Pass is awesome for those of you who don't want to collect anymore or on a budget. Honestly, I'm over 50 and $70 to $100 games. It does get pretty freaking ridiculous, man. Oh, do you think the Coalition is making a rumored horror game? Probably. I think they have a couple of things in the pipeline. I'm not going to get excited about what Xbox Studios are making until I see what Xbox Studios are making, dude. You know what I mean? I want like release dates. I mean, like that's the difference between me and all the other little fanboy channels, man. Like, I'm not going to sit and like hype up games that like who knows when they're going to be out, man. I don't want to be hyped about them out of sight, out of mind. You know what I mean? Until they like, oh yeah, we're going to drop this, and then I start thinking about them. Oh, Call Lessons next game is not Gears of War related. Already announced that. Bravo dude, what's up, man? Is it true you an Xbox fanboy frog? I saw some dudes on Twitter calling you an Xbox. Obviously, I'm the so when I first started this channel a year ago, they PlayStation sent me a check and Xbox sent me a check. Only the Xbox check cashed, so I have been an Xbox shill ever since. Because if I do something decent, remember Gears 4 started off like a horror game. Yeah, Blockbuster good times. My childhood and early teens. Yeah. I freaking love Blockbuster, man. I have a lot of fond memories of Blockbuster. Dragon Quest. And then you used to be able to go in there and buy them games pretty cheap after everybody had rented them and stuff like that. So I mean that was pretty cool, man. Blockbuster did a good service to gamers, man, and that's what Microsoft is pretty much bringing to everybody is that digital, being able to rent digitally, man, and not have to worry about being out of game. Like, dude, that game I bought tonight, that Road 96, yeah, that should have been on Game Pass, man. Yeah, dude. On like solid games, I have no problem. Like something like Elden Ring, dude, spending $70 for Elden Ring wouldn't have been a problem because you're gonna get your money's worth out of that game if you're into those kind of games. Definitely don't see a new Gears coming out for quite a while. Well, we need to finish that story. We can't leave that thing hanging that long. That's why I love Game Pass. Well, his thoughts on Max Payne 1 and 2. It's not possible remakes. They are getting remade by Remedy. And yes, I'm very excited for those, Andy. Nintendo will replace the JRPG space left by Square Enix. Xenoblade should set itself up for something bigger than Final Fantasy. I would say that Bandai Namco's doing a pretty good job at taking some of that space over too right now. I was really happy with Tales of Arise and Scarlet Nexus. I liked both of those games. It was cool. Way to try out games if you see that wanted to buy them. Are you going to play Sniper? Yes, dude. Sniper Elite. Yeah, I will definitely be playing 5. JRPG games are not my cup of tea, but I'll take your word for it. I wonder why they won't remake Sniper Elite 1. I don't know. I know they did what was it, like 2 Sniper Elite 2, and then I think they remastered that, and then they put out all those other. I mean, they remastered 3, didn't they? And they remastered 4. Make something new. It's like they're starting to. I don't know. There is a lot of old games that I played back in the day that I would like remade, and those are definitely 2 of them. But I like their zombie games way better. They're almost the same. Yeah, it is pretty much the exact same play style. It's just you could play it with co-op or whatever. I think this new game is going to be co-op, so that'll be pretty cool. That'll add a dynamic to it. Co-op out there in the missions. But all right, man, I'm gonna relax tonight. We got a whole weekend ahead of us of some stuff, and I want to play some more of that Soul Reaver remake. Would be freaking awesome, especially if Amy Hennig would come back to that. That would be so good. Yeah, the zombie games, Sniper Elite, yeah, they're pretty much the same. So, all right, guys, I'm gonna relax and play some more of this Expeditions Rome so that I can figure out how to play it and stuff like that. So I can do some more. So I can do some more video on it. Before you go, you're still watching Halo. I haven't watched it yet. LOL. Yeah, I'm still watching it. Oh, dang, we got a new episode tonight too. All right, maybe I'll watch that episode tonight. I love JRPGs. I like JRPGs now. I'm starting to get back into them. But I'll see you guys tomorrow, man. Yeah, no problem, Michael S. Definitely practice on it. It's going to take a little while. It's going to be a little frustrating, man, but it is solid. Once you get it to a point where you can drive pretty well, you'll be all right. So listen to all the training and stuff in that game too. So you guys have a good night. I appreciate you coming, and we'll see you in the next one. Yeah, definitely let me know. Hit me up on a message too. Let me know how you're feeling about it. If you need any help, just hit me up on Twitter, anything you need. So you guys have fun. Thanks for coming, guys. I appreciate you.